Hey Frankensteins, we got something new for you today. Uncle Tony's Critical Looks at Media, or CLAM. And what's a clam? Well, clam is stuff that I'm watching that's a little bit too exciting or too bad or too whatever to wait for my best of the month. And I want to do a little bit longer exploration of it. This clam is Logan, the new movie from the huge jacked man, Hugh Jackman, where he plays Wolverine for the last time in 17 years. It's a 2017 movie. It's 2 hours and 17 minutes, and it's rated R. And ooh, that R rating is so very good. Now, I'm not an X-Men fan. I stopped watching after the second film just from lack of interest. I like the character, and I like Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine, and I saw the origins of just the Wolverine. I didn't hate the first one. I think partially because I'm just not a fanboy. Deadpool didn't annoy me because I didn't know who Deadpool was. And the second one was mostly great with the grittiness and kind of the drama behind it, but then in the third act, boy, it falls apart. Now, from what I've seen, this is the best of the franchise. Acting is across the board great. I really didn't think there was a bad one in the bunch here. Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart as Professor X, newcomer Daphne Keane as Laura was a real good character. She doesn't speak for most of the movie, and I think that that's probably where she's the strongest, but even still, when she starts to speak, it's pretty good. I tell you, this Laura, this little girl, she is a force. She is bad to the bone. There is so much killing in this movie, and she kills so well that you kind of want to believe that she could. The age makeup is believable. Hugh Jackman is not this craggy. Even Patrick Stewart isn't this craggy. And it was the kind of makeup that they could have really overdone. It's nice that it's so subtle. The only thing that I saw where like, boy, that was a bad special effect is there are a couple of times when Logan picks up Dr. X and it just looks a little like he's a little weightless. Otherwise, boy, the blades and any kind of gore looks really good. I like that Logan is at the end of his tether. He has fought the good fight and he's fought the bad fight and he's killed a lot of people and he's lost a lot of people and now he's just kind of waiting it out. There's something wrong. He has something that is taking him down for the final fight and I like that. What happens at the end of a superhero's run? What happens when you don't go out gracefully? And what happens when someone, Dr. X, who is, I'm not sure exactly what works, but his whole deal is telepathy and mind control and using his mind, and now he's having seizures, and the seizure scenes are amazing, and what happens to everyone around him. But he's also supposed to have Alzheimer and dementia and can't remember Logan's name. I wish they would have explored that a little bit more. What happens when the mind deteriorates with someone that's what they're using as their power, where they unleash it, where you can't control the beast? They did a good job with sense of place. Everything is dry. Everything looks well inhabited. It's not the wasteland, but it's pretty close. Nothing goes according to plan. Nothing as simple as the getaway. Nothing goes smoothly in this. It's Murphy's Law, the movie. Does this make the comics and the previous films? Is that an imagination of the X-Men, of this character? There is a comic that's brought up, and Logan says, most of this didn't happen, and what did happen, it didn't go down like this. All the bloodless fighting that happened in the X-Men movies, compared to the bloodiness that happens in this one, was that just a reimagining by writers that are trying to make the legend real? This movie really does hit hard, and the R rating does put into service, and the violence is always good. I want to say realistic, but it's not. You're still slaughtering hundreds of people, but the look of it is much more graphic than what you would expect in the other comic movies. Couple problems. I think the establishing stuff of that he's a drunkard and what he's doing, it takes too long to get where you're going, and I understand you want to make a sense of place. You could have trimmed down a little bit on that. Boy, the last third really let me down. I predicted it. If this happens, I'm going to check out, and I checked out. There's a character that's introduced near the end that could have really brought this crashing down very fast and didn't. So for all these things, it didn't have to be as long as it was. You could have cut it down a lot more. There's a message about family or something. I really struggle with this one because I want to give it more, but I knew when I walked out of it and what I was feeling and talking when I walked out, I'm going to have to give this a 3.5 out of 5 amazings. I don't think I'll be watching this again. I'm not chomping at the bits to do that, but it is pretty much a solid. If you're going to see an adult action comic book movie and you love the character and you love the actor, then I think you're going to be very happy watching this. So until next time, I'm Uncle Tony, and that's my clam.